Fives Company today, Paul Roseby, Amanda Cross, Esther McVeigh, Rodri Williams, and me, John Barrowman. Oh, a big oh. Hi, everybody. Yeah. Hey, we're all here. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Fives Company. You're in the right place this afternoon for fun, frolics, and a little or a lot of mayhem. Now, we've heard of people having their fortunes told, but what about dogs? Well, these are my two Cocker Spaniels. This is Penny, and this is Lewis, and they're here to have their paws read. That's right, sweetie. You're here to have your paws read by a pawsologist, Alex Alexander. You're going to like that.
John.
Yeah?
It's very interesting, actually. When you got very close to your dog there, is it
This
Penny?
is Penny.
I can see a striking resemblance to your own lovely face there.
Oh,
Is that just bring Penny up close to your face.
What do you
see?
think?
You could be twins. You could be twins.
Oh, now Lewis is getting upset. He's getting very upset. Well, anyway, enough about me and my dogs.
Do people actually always say you look like your dog?
No,
Don't they?
not at all.
You actively seek out a dog that look like you. How about the way the hair falls across your face?
Yeah.
Listen, have you ever wondered what your future holds? What about your dogs? Okay? Now, we'll give you, please give a Five Companies welcome to pawologist Alex Alexander. Hi, Alex. Nice to see you. Now, I mean, it sounds a bit... people laughing about the pawologist bit. It sounds a bit strange.
No.
Oh, what happened?
I think we're also sniggering, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's the green thing we're laughing at.
No, that thing looks quite cool, actually.
Why have you got that green thing on your head? We all laughed.
Why?
Because he's no, but the thing that I read about you.
You know, gypsified, isn't it?
He's an entertainer. I understand.
Gypsy background.
Don't worry, I understand. All these the entertainers, we understand. Put the headbands on, go out, make a statement. Absolutely. How did you get started?
Well, I was born on a circus, and basically I started... Funny, you just say circus.
No, he's a guest! You can't laugh at the guest!
You know, I wish I could get laughs that easily when I'm doing live shows. I was born on a circus, started as a circus clown, and there's a lot of people attached themselves to the circuses when we were in big towns.
Right.
One of whom was a fortune teller.
Right.
And I basically picked it up as you do. You learn all the different skills on the circus.
Was that like crystal ball fortune telling, or
tarot cards, palmistry, and it occurred to me I wasn't really going to get anywhere doing the same as everybody else, so I needed to do something a little bit different.
Right. Now, let me bring the dogs back on here. Penny, Lewis, come on. What led you to dogs? Why all of a sudden pawology for dogs? Come on over here, guys. Good.
Well, what it was, I was doing charts star charts for animals, very much as you do for human beings.
Yeah.
And if we've got time afterwards, I've done predictions for Aries animals for this month here.
Oh, right.
And it occurred to me as I was doing the charts, and we're being very accurate for the animals, and I thought, if you can do astrology, if the stars above, as people probably read every day in the newspapers,
Right.
that perhaps tarot cards, well, no, because the dogs can't answer back. So you're not going to get recognition of what's right, what's wrong.
Pawology was the answer.
So I thought, read the dog's paws, ask the owner.
Well, we've got a challenge for you. I want you to read Penny's paws. Now, what I did earlier on, I took 2 envelopes, and I wrote things inside the envelopes of things that have happened in the past for Penny and also for Lewis, and things about their personality and things about their future. And Esther will keep them sealed, and when it comes time, we'll let you read Penny's paw first, and you can tell me a little bit about it.
You don't mind, do you now? Eh?
She doesn't mind at all.
Well, I'll try and explain it like this. If you imagine there are the 4 pads at the top and there's one at the bottom.
Yeah.
Like the life pad, head pad, love pad, luck pad, health pad.
Okay.
No, it's seriously.
She's got a bit of lint on her pad. There we go.
Yeah. Just have a little look. And then
She's very hairy.
Obviously, the longer I've got to look, the more accurate I can be.
No, I understand.
Have a quick... I did have a look earlier, actually, so...
Good girl.
Yeah, I'd say that Penny, the things that occur to me very quickly is... Penny's a very... I know she's been very quiet anyway, but very shy, almost. I go to the extent of saying a little bit insecure around people who she doesn't know.
Yes.
Very much more so than my man here, Daddy's dog. Health-wise, the health thing that occurs, I'm inclined to say she's had problems with the gums.
She has?
She has.
She has?
Life, head, love. She's the most obedient of the two, I would say, definitely.
You got that right, yeah.
Right?
Okay.
I'm not just saying that kids, I mean,
No.
in your home environment where you're very relaxed, most obedient of the two, and...
Esther, why don't you go ahead and open the envelopes and see
Does she
if
get
any of
very
them...
depressed as well?
She does. She sleeps an awful lot. She does. She sleeps an awful lot, and she has one chair. Well, everybody's pet has, like, their favorite chair in the house, don't they? And they sleep in that chair, and that's what she does constantly. She does that constantly, but she's all right. She's a good girl.
Is there anything you said you could tell us about the past?
Anything you can tell about her past?
Just that some of the things you said, I have 3 dogs as well, and some of the things you said, like gums or this, that, and the other, could pretty much relate to a lot of dogs. Do you know what I mean?
But not
I'm not saying that I don't believe you.
Esther's the cynic.
I'm not. Okay, I'm a little bit cynical. Us Brits are, you see. You Americans that swallow anything, right? But us Brits are a bit more cynical. So, but is there anything you can tell about this dog's past?
Health-wise, what I was saying about the gums, not obviously that I think was a vet thing. I'm not on about the obvious operation.
Right.
But I do think there's been an operational type visit to the vet in the past.
There has. That's true.
And I'm not on about spading. I mean an actual operation.
Well, no. I mean, the only thing that I guess I'm giving it away then, because the only real operation thing she had was she was hit by a car.
All right. Well, should I tell you what you got right, Alex? This is for Penny. So actually, maybe it wasn't too far out. Hit by a car. A psychic found her.
Yeah, there's a really weird story to this, and I mean, you guys may laugh. That's why I really kind of believe in this kind of stuff, and I know it sounds weird, but I was in New York filming a TV series in the States, and Penny was lost for 2 days, and this psychic in America told me to channel with her, and she actually jumped into a car and basically got the driver's attention, and the driver then had her scanned because she's got a tag in her. And they phoned my agent. My agent rang me in New York, and she was found within 2 hours. And the psychic told me she would be found in 2 hours. So it was kind of weird. So I, kind of believe in this stuff. And that's actually a true story. Anyway.
So ditch the name Penny, call her Lucky, handle of it. But you did get something. You said very quiet, doesn't bark much, loves treats, and what's that? Rolling in dot.
Rolling in dot. Anyway.
I understand that. And Penny is mother to Lewis.
That's right. Penny is the mother to Lewis. Anyway.
And we won't go into the other one.
No, we won't go into the other one. No, we've sort of kind of resolved. But what I'll do is you can take the dogs. I'll have another look at them, and then we can talk afterwards.
Yeah,
okay?
no problem.
Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for Alex Alexander. Hey.
Now, of all the statistics we featured on this show, this must be the most startling. Your belly button could be harbouring more than 2,000 different species of bacteria. I rest my case. Don't touch it.
Once you've got over the shock of that, although if it's always been like that, and we seem to be surviving perfectly well, nothing to worry about, it could also be harbouring the secrets of your past, present and future, allegedly. And because we love an alternative psychic reading on this show, Good Morning Ali Ross, we thought we'd have a little bit of that.
We're joined now by foot reader Jane Sheenham.
But in this case, orange is wanting to be the life and soul of the party.
Oh, yes, that's me.
Toes don't go up in a nice, even line. They're a bit higgledy-piggledy.
A bit like me teeth. Just one of me 5 a day.
Oh, my goodness me.
Oh, my Lord.
Something is coming into your life. Could be anything.
Thanks for being so precise.
Read my bottom.
I get a feeling that you're quite emotional.
You are allowed to touch, by the way, if you want to.
So is your left bottom your past and your right butt cheek the future?
Yes. Very sensitive, and I would say always quite emotional at times. One of these people that you would take the heart and soul of the party.
We've had some nonsense.
Haven't we just? Right, here to talk us through what your belly button could be saying about you is Jonathan Royal. Hello.
Hi.
Where does this come from, then?
Right, I'll be totally honest with you. This all started as a joke and a gimmick to attract people to my stand when I was doing psychic fairs at the age of 14, doing tarot reading.
Right.
Because I'd read something in a book on the Native American Indians. They have a belief system called shamanism. And within that, they say there's 7 energy points in your body. Now, one of them that's most popularly known is the third eye, and people say it's in the centre of your head. And the other one is, well, one of the other 7 is around where your belly button is, and it's called the base chakra. And it occurred to me that if there's this theory, like with psychometry, where you hold someone's jewellery and you're tapping into the energy, that surely if you could get closer to somebody's energy, that you'd be able to tap into that. And what better place than being able to stick your finger in somebody's belly button?
You say there are 6 different types of belly buttons. 7?
Oh, sorry, 6 types of belly button, 7 energy points in the body.
OK.
So, right.
What are the different types of belly button?
Have we got...
Yes,
I
of course.
believe we've got some images now. It is generalised because everyone tends to have elements of more than one. But generally speaking, you've got the horizontal, so it's sort of oblongy from left to right.
Which means what?
It tends to indicate someone who's very down-to-earth. They can be quite a complex thinker and an analytical type of person.
OK, the next one is the vertical navel.
And the clue is there, it's pointing upwards towards the person's head, so it tends to indicate someone who can be headstrong, and when they've made their mind up, they can actually cut the nose off to spite the face, even when they know something's wrong.
Can I just say something? My belly button has changed shape since I've had a baby. Does that mean my personality has too?
Good question.
That is a very good question. It tends to be a reflection of who you are. It's not necessarily how other people see you, it's who you truly are inside. And we're all constantly throughout our lives are changing our personality to some extent based on what's gone on in our life.
So yes.
So yeah.
OK, the next one, outie.
Outie. It's pointing out, it's going out, it's outgoing, it's extroverted. Generally speaking, the more it sticks out, the more extroverted.
Bearing in mind that this was decided when your umbilical cord was
OK, now
cut.
people say this, hang on, well, it's all to do how your umbilical cord's cut. Well, if you believe in fate and stuff, everything happens for a reason, in which case it happened in a certain manner that would fit you.
Will be a changed man in 6 years' time. How the heck does she know? Well, earlier Chris met a man who claims he really can tell his future just by staring at one of his orifices. Intriguing. Wow. Hello, Jonathan. Now, you say you can predict people's futures through the medium of the belly button.
Indeed, yeah.
OK, do you want to elaborate on that? Like, when did you find out you had the gift?
OK, I wouldn't exactly call it a gift. There's an element of a gift, there's an element of a skill. OK. What it is, there's different energy points in the body called chakras. Now, one of those is the base chakra. Chakras, right. Yeah, that's my accent.
Oh, sorry.
It's a northern chakra.
Yeah. One of them's just below the belly button, OK, called the base chakra. And I figured that there's a lot of stuff with psychic energy is about tapping into it. Just like holding jewellery when people get impressions off that psychometry.
You tap that, Jonathan, you tap that.
I figured if you put your finger in somebody's belly button, it's like getting a direct line. It's like putting a plug in the socket.
It's like,
into the
like dial-up, isn't it? It's like dial-up internet.
Yeah, but this is like broadband.
Oh, right.
It's images. But also, through time, I discovered people's physical traits of the belly buttons actually do reveal a lot about the personality.
Well, I can tell he's raring to go, so I feel like Chris, are you ready?
Spot on.
Because Jonathan has to have a nosy at your navel, yeah?
We'll go.
Jonathan, ready?
I'm ready.
Chris, ready. OK, I will now reveal the belly button. OK.
We shall take a look, sir.
Sorry, is that just...
Royal will be revealing what secrets your belly button
I'm not
away.
sure about this. Can I just say I've got a weird
Really?
thing about
You're not sure about it? Really?
I've got a weird thing about belly buttons. I just don't like it.
This is an item especially for Ali Ross in the papers.
Morning, Ali.
He's going to love
You'll
this
love
one.
this one.
You put your finger in, you plug in, do you?
Physically, yeah.
You put your finger in their belly button.
I am looking at the physical attributes,
Yeah.
and there's generally a combination, so you can have people who've got an innie but it's pointing upwards.
All right.
So everyone is different. It's a bit like a fingerprint.
We've got some examples here. Let's have a look at our first example first.
Is a bloke? This is a bloke.
Right, this is a bloke. We're not going to tell you who this is. Can you say anything about that one?
To be totally honest, that is not very clear at all.
It's a bit blurry.
I'm going to guess, looking at it, and it is guesswork, that it's slightly inwards, which would be sort of the introverted side of things. Shape-wise, it looks to be, could be wrong, it is blurred, it looks to be almost pointing up, so headstrong. So someone who's quite shy, but internally, they're real then, but the impression they give externally is one of being very set in the ways, focused on what they want, set on achieving
Let's have a look.
things.
Let's have a look. Who is it? It is Prince Harry. Although that's not that far off.
Massively introverted, though, is he?
Maybe he is internally.
Really?
This is about how the person feels inside.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say anything about this person. Let's have a look. Let's have a look.
Ah, somewhat clearer. Hurrah. Actually, this, depending, obviously I can't see the full picture, so I don't know. I'm guessing that this was taken face on. Yeah, well, no. But I'm guessing it was taken face on. If it was, that's kind of going almost diagonal.
Yeah.
As opposed to being up or across. So it's kind of going off on one. So it's someone who may set out with the best of intentions to focus on achieving something, but then they easily get distracted. They go from one thing to another. They're always looking for the latest thing to do.
Looks like a bit of a piercing there.
A piercing tends to, I mean, it's not, but it tends to be somebody, it tends to be like indicative of somebody who wants to fit in. They want to feel they belong.
All right, let's have a look.
Let's have a look.
Helen Flanagan. There you go.
I haven't got a clue who she is.
No, that was to talk about like a soap cliffhanger that Christine Hamilton is expecting an addition to the family.
I did say when I was looking at the belly button, it may not be you. I'm just getting the energy. I got the energy around you of a new addition to the family, and by family I do mean your family.
Could it be a puppy?
It certainly isn't me.
No, no, I've got the definite feeling of a human being addition to the family.
Not expect. Well, could that be somebody getting married, a new in-law or something?
No, it could, but I'm not going to open it up that
There's
wide.
nobody really in my family who could even begin to be expecting. I'm delighted that you think that my tummy is a young. It looks like a young enough tummy to be expecting.
Indeed.
Christine, thank you very much indeed. He's had one hit, one miss, so thank you very much indeed for coming in.
Right.
Let's see whether
Can I just wait and see, because I know who it is. I want to...
All right,
okay.
Well, I don't.
Right, let's have a look.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, it's a little bit of an innie, but you've got... It's almost like it's got... It's like an eyebrow.
Yeah.
Trying to be fair with... This, it's like looking at... I'm going to put my finger in your belly button now. I'm getting, I want to say, right, and I don't mean this in an offensive way. Instantly I got like two sides of a personality. I don't mean schizophrenic. I don't mean two-faced or anything like that. I just mean like there's very distinct, like somebody who may, you know, like an actor plays a part.
Yeah.
They're known for different parts and then for themselves. Well, I get the impression this person is very much them and can also be known as somebody else.
So they have a public persona. They play a character,
but maybe
an
more
actor.
than, yeah.
Don't help him.
All right, I'm just...
Yeah, don't give me clues.
All right.
Well, we don't know. We don't know who it is.
But, yeah.
Again, again.
I'm getting...
Complex.
Well, there is complication. It's like a small screen. Not revealing totally the true selves. I don't mean in a purposely deceptive manner, but I just get that
Let's
impression.
bring them out. Let's see who it is. I think there was a little bit of
Deception.
cold reading going on there. We were helping a bit.
Sorry.
It's me!
Can I just point out? I genuinely have been kept. I've been kept away from everybody. Can I just stress this?
Yes, you have.
Now I am aware because I followed you on.
Oh, bless you. Thank you.
I'm aware that you used to do.
Dress up as a woman.
As a woman. So
yeah, that's right, two sides.
There's Johnny Robinson, and then there's the Johnny Robinson female impersonator.
Yeah.
Really?
I classed that as a hit.
That was very good.
I genuinely hadn't seen you beforehand.
Calm down. He's going off on one ear.
2 out of 3. 2 out of 3.
All right, we'll give you that.
Good. Surprise yourself, though.
Well, I just got that feeling that I didn't know what it was. I felt more of an actor. But it does make sense.
When you put your... We felt connected.
Did you feel a connection when he plugged in?
I did. When he plugged in, I just felt connected.
Wow, lovely.
Amazing.
Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's move on to the next
We've got to do
person.
these quickly, so it really is, you know, your fastest job.
Right, ready? Let's reveal our first navel.
We don't know who these people are.
Goodness, who's that?
As I touch your belly button, if you can move this way ever so slightly.
Slightly
please.
over to your right.
Thank you.
That's it.
Just so I can actually say, oh, weird. Okay, it's an innie, so we've got the introverted side of personality, but it's not quite horizontal. It's sort of going off on one. So we've got that mind-changing thing. I'm just going to put my finger in your belly button now. Okay, the image that I got then very quickly was of a house and it's moving around in my mind. That's what jumped in. So I'm going to say that if it's not happening right now, in the very, very, very near future, you will be moving house.
Okay.
And I think the kind of person, because there's these little dents in there as well, I don't know if they can be seen, but that tends to indicate someone who doesn't worry all the time, but when they do, then they worry about worrying.
Let's have a look. Who is it? Who is
all
it?
The
Who
things,
we got?
things.
Where are you? Reveal yourself.
Oh, it's Lembit.
Lembit, are you moving house?
Yes.
Are you?
That's
You're moving
amazing.
house?
Yeah, probably I'm moving house.
I
came here to rubbish you, but I have to concede that was a lucky guess.
Very
Thank you,
good.
Lembit. Next one.
Very much, sir.
Well
Let's
done.
have a look at our next navel. Are you ready? I'm going to reveal you now. Oh, there we are.
Oh, very interesting. It's almost on the level. Almost. Shape-wise, we've kind of got it's going up, but then it's going off at an angle.
Yeah.
So, I would say this is somebody who gives the impression of being very focused, but doubts themselves a lot.
Right.
I'm going to put my finger in
You
now.
have to be very
so
quick,
warned.
about 10 seconds.
And, oh, I'm getting... close to it, I'm getting connected. I'm not saying
Come out whilst he's thinking.
I'm getting
Come out whilst he's thinking.
a new addition to the family very soon.
Yeah, a new addition to the family.
Yeah.
Oh, hello, Christine Hamilton.
A new addition to the family.
As I said,
I'm pregnant.
as I said, I didn't mean it's necessarily you, but it will be a family connection.
We'll discuss
someone within the
this
family.
after the break.
Not expecting anything. I mean, I'm not expecting a new addition.
Is that just
Oh
something?
yes.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, that's good. We need a clean button to identify what's going on.
Ideally, yes.
So what are we looking at?
Well, actually, obviously, I did have a bit of a look earlier because it does normally take a certain length of time, but I don't know if the camera can see. Everyone has different traits. Some people have innie belly buttons.
I'm not an expert, but can I just have a...
And that is more of an innie.
To me, that's looking like a sort of... It's almost northeasterly leaning.
Yeah, well, there is that, line that's going from left to right, and what that tends to indicate is someone who's actually very down to earth, and this is the person's true personality.
Okay.
Somebody who calls a spade, won't accept shit, which we've seen on the show. But because of the sort of innie bit tied in with that, what it does indicate, true personality-wise, is that you're a deep thinker.
Deep thinker.
And you're actually very caring. But, you said you were being yourself in the house. Your belly button says to me that you were being yourself in that environment. But you know what? The true you wouldn't have, outside of the house, it wouldn't have felt so closed in, and so you wouldn't have put those defensive
given you away a bit, really.
Yeah.
So you can't really lie, because that belly button is going to give you away.
It is.
What can we tell about Chris's kind of immediate future?
Can I put my finger in again like we did earlier?
I don't feel like we should look.
Just so I can get those images.
Is this like an intimate... Should we not... Isn't this like doctor-patient confidentiality?
We'll be putting all the private videos from before on psychicbreakfast.com,
oh,
don't worry.
OK. Good. I need to see a framed diploma, I think.
Right. OK, just go. Just leave it until I've said what was in my mind. Short term, we'll go from short term to long.
Well, can we just have a quick, like, what's going to happen immediately?
Right. Immediately, very soon, and I mean very soon, in the next few weeks, I see you doing sort of work along the lines of Celebrity Dome and in nightclubs.
Well, that's pretty good going.
But also, I see you before the end of this series, the one we're in.
Sure.
Being back inside the house. I predict you will be back inside the house.
That is a curveball for me.
Now, I don't know in what... I can't tell you why, how, whether it's just
how
for a
do you feel
task or
about that,
something, but
Chris?
you'll be back in the house.
It'd be amazing.
That would
be amazing.
Did you know it was giving you away? Did you know this was telling so much?
It's amazing.
It is amazing.
No, I swear it gets much better, because I would predict right here and right now that as this series ends and you go into the celebrity version, OK, that you will be on the celebrity version. I don't mean in the house. I'm thinking like a doorman, bodyguard type, perhaps like...
Thank you, Jonathan. I'm going to have to stop you there, because I'm going to leave you two to have a full reading. But thank you, Chris, as well.
But everything I find out about him on psychicbreakfast.com.
Well, there we go. I'm going to ask you to go and join Jamie in his phone room. You're going to need to wander over there now. Off you go. Jamie, he is officially on his way. Thank you, Jonathan.
Right now, I have met some fortune tellers in my time, but none compared to this man. He claims he can tell a dog's past, present and his future by indulging in a spot of paw reading. Sound a bit odd to you? Well, let's see for ourselves as we welcome Alex Alexander to Fives Company. Thank you very much. Now, when did you first discover you had this psychic ability?
I believe everyone's got it. I mean, that's a very much a question I guess you were going to ask, so beforehand, I made a prediction to prove that, in fact, there is psychic ability. That one I'd like to give you to keep hold of, that says name on it. That'll become relevant in a short second. I've got an object prediction here. And, Esther, I'd like you to imagine that you're in a supermarket, could be Morrison's, Tesco, or a high street store like B&Q.
All right, we'll have less of the names.
Anywhere at all. Think of that place. Imagine you're going through the store. Not a normal everyday item, because it'd be too obvious for me to have guessed. But I predicted the item that you're going to mentally purchase now and put inside this envelope. So if you could purchase anything from any high street store, what would it be?
OK.
Could you tell me as well?
OK, tin of soup.
A tin of soup. Now, wouldn't it be amazing if inside this envelope...
It would be.
I wrote down
it would be, actually.
Any particular brand?
No, and I don't think anybody is going to mention a particular brand, not even you.
Right, fair enough. Because in this envelope, and I know this is right, because that is actually the barcode for a tin of soup. No, on a serious note...
He's a bit of a cheat,
a bit more seriously, what I'd like you to do, if you could, Amanda, is go and pick somebody in the audience and hand that envelope that says name prediction on it to them. And whilst you do that, I'd like you to demonstrate something with this spoon. Because when I was very young, getting back to your question, I saw Uri Geller a lot on TV, and I wanted to be able to master what he did. It took me a long time, but we're just going to take this spoon, and hopefully, which camera? We're on this one here, this one here. This one here, that'll be better. I'm just going to rub it. I want everyone to concentrate on the metal bending. Everyone who's at home, if you've got clocks that aren't working, if you've got some cutlery there, grab hold of it very quickly, stick it on top of your television set, because some of you find it will actually bend. Those that those strange things happen to, please ring in or write in to let us know about what happens. But we're just going to take the spoon and...
Go on, bend that spoon, come on.
OK, watch. It is actually going to bend. It is actually bending a bit. This is going to be more visible on the camera, I would imagine. OK. What I'd like you to do, that is actually bending just a bit. I'm sure the camera can see that. I'd like you to hold on to that there.
I'm going to hold on to
that end there. And I'm going to rub it, and you should feel it start to get a little bit warm.
It's getting boiling hot.
Yeah, boiling hot. You sound really convinced.
Yeah.
Look, please,
no, look, I mean, it's...
Please, just everyone think now. On the count of three, when you think, heat, heat, think like that, OK? 1, 2, 3, just start thinking heat, OK? Heat, 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 watch, because actually that's...
It's actually getting very, very wobbly here. It is getting wobbly.
Look, this is bad. I don't know if the camera can pick that up, but that is actually... It just appears it's turning rather rubbery, and it's getting...
Well, it's broken. Well, look, this is amazing.
Exchange has happened at home. Please give us a ring.
Yeah.
Who's got the name? Who's got the envelope with the name?
Is that the only thing you do?
I do everything. I read people's belly buttons.
Well, when did you first start getting into this sort of like psychic side with the dogs? This is what really is fascinating to say. When did you turn it into the canine sort?
It was very much a case of I saw everyone else was doing things like palmistry and tarot reading. I thought, if you can read a human being's palm, why shouldn't you be able to read a dog's paw? And I noticed that dogs have got 5 pads, which I've called the life pad, head pad, love pad, look pad and health pad. And they're like fleshy mounds, which is like you have on your hand kind of thing. That's how I equate it.
So how on earth do you know it's working? Because I mean, a dog can't really tell you, can you?
Generally the owner can, obviously with what's happened in the past, temperament and what have you. And obviously it's a system of trial and error. The way I very much learned it was by asking people who had dogs what their dog was like and then looking at the paw to see the two things that equate.
So what do you actually look at? Its past or its present or its future?
It's a combination of all things.
Well, actually, we have got
that envelope.
Yeah, we've actually got a dog here for you.
You have?
We have got a dog called Fizzy. Now, where's Fizzy? Because we'd actually like to put this to the test, wouldn't we? We want to see exactly how well he does this. Come on, Fizzy. Oh, no. Come on, Fizzy. Come here, darling. I think Fizzy's a little whippet, actually, aren't you? Now, you had some time with Fizzy earlier on, haven't you? And you've had a chance to read her paws. Now, what conclusions have you drawn?
Right, the first thing that comes to me is, health-wise, I would say that she's been rather lucky health-wise. There has been a few scares, but the main thing now, at this particular present time, I would say that she doesn't hear too well. Mm-hmm. If I'm totally barking wrong there, you know, but I say she doesn't hear too well, and also her gums. OK, that's health-wise. Temperament-wise, I mean, it's fairly obvious she's been very well behaved, but I say at home, in her own environment, where it's her own territory, as all dogs are, they're more confident in their own territory. But I say she gets very moody. When she's told off, I know all dogs go away and sulk, but I'd say certainly in the past couple of years, a little bit of destructive behaviour when she's been told off. Well, I'm not saying like chewing the curtains, not that, but that kind of ilk of destructive kind of behaviour kind of thing. Where are we? Life?
Do you look at their future at all?
Past. I had, because I looked earlier.
You looked.
Can I just have a...
Go on, have a quick look at the pools.
Just to refresh my memory, have a little look at your boy, darling. Hey!
See, where do you actually get the proof? Do you actually get the proof from the actual owner when you've actually... Come on. Oh, hello. I think she's had enough pool reading, hasn't she?
Right. I'd say that as well as being, as I say, at home, she's very... You can tell she's quite timid. Oh, it's good. Love pad. I don't know if there's a cat in the house. I don't know. The owner hasn't told me if she's got any more animals, but I think...
Well, I think what we ought to do now is
normally run off when cats are about.
Yep.
No.
Well, I think what we ought to do is actually ask the owner. Now, where is she? Where is she? Where's the owner?
Yeah.
Here?
Around down here.
Now, does this...
Spooky, disappear.
Come and join us. What do you think about this? Come and join
us.
us. What do you think about Fizzy? Is any of this actually... Does it sound right to you?
Yeah, it sounds very true. It is true.
Sounds totally true?
Yeah, that's very true.
You checked in the post afterwards. So, seriously.
No, we have got cats at home as well.
You have?
Yeah.
There's one thing
she's good with them, Law.
Yeah.
She's quite calm, relaxed with them, yeah.
There's one thing you haven't spotted, though, because she's actually a very special dog, isn't she?
Yeah, she's been in lots of films. She's been...
she's a performing dog.
Yeah, she's met Richard Gere, Sean Connery. She's in Aliens. She's been in Aliens.
Been in Aliens?
Yeah. She's been in lots of films. She's met lots of models as well. So...
Yeah. So she's actually quite a special dog.
And I'll do your full reading.
Before we finish, what was that envelope
Can I go back to that envelope?
Quickly,
Yeah,
because we run out of
Person who's
time.
got it, could you hold that envelope in the air, please? It says on it, name prediction. Now, I've never met you before, have I?
No.
No. So I couldn't possibly know your name, could I?
No.
No, I mean, you were picked randomly. Could you state out loud what your full name is, any middle names as well?
Patricia Ann. Patricia Ann Bollers.
Patricia Ann, go on.
Patricia Ann Bollers, yeah.
Right. If I predicted your name in that envelope, that would be amazing, wouldn't it? Everyone in here would clap their hands, stamp their feet, shout for more, generally go totally mad. I'd like you to open that envelope for the first time and just read out loud the words upon that piece of paper in there. Tell me what it says on the piece of paper inside that envelope. What's it say on there?
My name.
It's, there we are. You know,
My name.
My name is
A complete con. You're robbed. I feel completely robbed. Both of those tricks were cons. I'm
floored. Strange things have happened.
No, I'm sorry. And I still.
Watches have started or stopped.
And I still don't think.
Ring in.
Well, thank you very much, Alex. Have started. I still don't think the dog. We found out everything about the dog apart from his teeth and his nose as well. Look, most kids make a clown of themselves.